Hey Alistair, how you getting on? Apron is an acquisition, John. There's no trade there. There's no opportunity there. Blue Apron. XRP's pumping. Well, we'll see how far. It's having a bit of a moment. Retail inventories and PCE data. The PCE data is just dropping as I'm talking. So let's have a quick look at the SPY and how that's affecting the SPY. Oh, we're getting a bit of a rally. Hey Dennis, how you doing? Good afternoon, Akong. Ankong, whatever. Good evening, Tom. Yeah, I got out of XRP a couple of months ago when it was for a profit. The only crypto position I had that didn't was with my Cardano. I got out of all my positions for a profit. Nice, Dennis. I had a look at Femi. It did move up. It broke over $2 briefly, which is why I didn't trade it. It did move up nicely, and I thought, okay, well, if there's a continuation, I got the devil horns. I'll just put Femi up there while I'm talking about it. Why not? So this moved up earlier. Then we got the devil horns here, as you can see. Went up to just over 210. I was looking for a continuation. I was watching this. Over $2, looking for a pullback, got the pullback, it moved again, so I was looking for a new high, didn't quite get it, pullback, and it didn't, around the 8 o'clock spikes, it went up as far as that, but the price action didn't, so it didn't really hold over $2. So Femi did move up nice if you trade under $2, but I don't, so now we're getting a bit of a kind of a double top, 5-minute double top pattern, M pattern. So it's just ranging sideways on the VWAP, but we'll see. Not a lot moving today. We had Structure Therapeutics is the only thing that's really moved, which is GPCR, but it's for me, the price, the range, the spreads, too risky. And the range was $8 at one stage, so you go figure. But it's just too risky. But it hit the highs of 80, went from $37 up to $81. A double whammy in terms of catalyst. But yeah. Could Apron get a short? Blue Apron get a short squeeze? No, it won't get a short squeeze because it's an acquisition. Why would it get a short squeeze? It's been bought out. There's nobody. People who are short on it will cover before it reaches that buy price, and when it reaches that buy price, people will sell, and they'll be forced to sell. So it won't go above that buy price. It's being bought out, and so Blue Apron. I've not even looked at it on this chart this morning. But Blue Apron, you can see how it's just flatlining up here at 12.85. The shares are slowly getting bought up until the float is fully acquired. The shares will just keep getting bought up at this price, and it's not going to squeeze because shorts will realize it's not going to go lower, so they will have to cover, and they will be covering at this price. They're simple as. Nothing moving really. That, I mean, the big mover yesterday was Bionomics. So I kind of let's see if we can see a potential continuation today. It moved up pre-market very nicely, then sold off after. All the action yesterday was pre-market. I got 18k on Bionomics yesterday. I finished the day 16k up. Good day. It actually takes me above, from a net perspective, that takes me above my 2022 earnings. So by $3 or $3,000. Morning, Cal. Good to see you, buddy. Not me. I was looking at it, Cal. To be fair, I was looking at it, but by the time I'd looked at it, the spreads were just. I mean, the spreads were like $3, between $2 and $3, and the range was like $8. I thought, yeah, no, it's just too risky. Get in for 100 shares and just for fun, maybe. But no, I wasn't prepared to risk on it. The volume wasn't huge either. Yeah, I saw $8 spreads at one stage. No, not $8 spreads. I saw $8 range. And I think the spreads were $6 at that point, Cal. So $8 range, $6 spreads, and I'm like, no. Hey, Tang. Oh yeah, sometimes it can pay off. I mean, what you've got to, if you've got, let's just say you've got 15k to gamble, you might want to take 250 shares or something, you know. You buy 15k's worth of stock and see if it goes your way. Total gamble if you're prepared to lose it, you know. Absolutely, major league side game. Major league side game. But yesterday I took another trade on Axler, and I think I was about 5k down on Axler. Made 4k in total, so that was about a 9k trade. And I finished there. 16k was my finishing point yesterday. For those of you that are in the day trade with Tony Discord will know that, but for those of you that are not, there is 4 IPOs slated for today, but most of them have been pushed from previous days. So if they're non-compliant, they won't launch. And one of those is SYRA. and this has already been priced, so this should launch. We've got GMM, ANL, unfortunate acronym anal, and GPAC, so which is Game of Pakistan. So what's for IPOs? IPOs can be quite volatile on a Friday when they launch, but they can also launch like a damp squib and have like a set off and then do next to nothing. So depends on the type of offering trade on one. Okay, so GPCR was it's a private. It's basically what they're doing is they're getting private investment. So it's a private offering by private placement. So it's essentially why it will pump on the back of that is there's a big investor coming into the company and investing in the company, and as a result they're getting shares back for that. But it's not taking away from the free float, as it were, but they are getting additional shares that are not in the free float. So that's why it's a private placement. You can get a pump on private placement. What you don't get is when it's a public offering. If it's a secondary or initial public offering, then you don't get that. They get that pump. You usually get a drop in price because it's diluting the float without any material benefit. Whereas if it's a private placement, you're getting that big whale coming in, offering that additional investment, and that's seen as a good thing. No, I didn't catch it on Power Hour. It was before Power Hour. I didn't stay up till Power Hour. I'll show you where I caught it. So this is Axla. And I caught this move here. So I got caught on this move, on this pullback. I got in pretty much at the top of this, and it got caught on this pullback. And then as it started to make its move back up again, we got this kind of a bull flag setup, if you will. And I got in here, retested a re-break of $10, and was able to ride that up. Got stopped out. And then when it went back up to 11, I got back in and rode it back up to over 12. So I was able to make 9K on that total move. So I finished like 4K up on the ticker. But that's where I got in. Did it move into, did it pump into the close? I don't think so. Oh yeah, it did. It pumped into the close. I was already snoring away by that time. So Power Hour, it moved from 9 all the way up to 11. So it moved up another $2 in Power Hour. But I got this move here pretty much just after I ended the stream, because this is where I kind of shot myself in the foot and lost 5K. I was at that stage, so I went from like 11K down to 5K down here. And then I was like 6,800 up, and then I caught this and I thought, well, I'm not giving it back. I'm not doing it again. I'm not giving it back. It was stressful enough. So I caught that move. It was that was the last trade I think I did live, and I was still watching it. So, well, it was still on my screen. I was actually getting ready to pack up, and then we got this little bounce on $9. Move up to 10, rejection, and then as it broke $10 for the second time is where I got in. So I'm glad I did. So, you know, shut it down. Didn't quite make up all of my losses back, but because I was 18K up at one stage, just over 18K up at one stage, but 16K is a very, very, very good day. So I'll take that. BTCT, is that a crypto mining stock, is it? Bitcoin. True USD. It's just Bitcoin. BTCT is Bitcoin. It's just It's Bitcoin against the US dollar. That's all BTCT is. So I don't know why do you ask trade on one? Currently 27k. Still, it's been doing nothing for, well, quite some time as Bitcoin. Let me have a look at the charts here. So I'm just pulling this up, and this is what's great about Benzinga. Oh, it's not got the trader view chart because of what it is, but you can look at pull up any ticker pretty much, and look at the chart. You can look at it year to date where it's actually at, and yeah, it's been doing nothing since middle of August. This range that it's in. There's a couple of peaks and spikes, but this range that it's in is really, when we go back to what, March, and we're pretty much at the same level we were in March. So that's Bitcoin for you. Not really, because they've got to acquire it first. Oh, you're looking at this one. Where is it? BTC Digital, Bitcoin mining business. All right, okay. What's up with MedX? What's up with BTCT? BTC Digital, yeah. So this is just a Bitcoin mining stock, $6. I don't know why this is not on the. Probably a SPAC merger of some description or a ticker change or something. So don't know why. I'm just reading what I'm getting from Benzinga. Thanks, Ed. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's BTC Digital, formerly Me10 Holdings. So what was MetX? Was that was the previous tick? So what's up with MetX is that was the previous ticker for BTCT. Ticker change, Mark Farley. So MetX is now METX. BTC Digital is now BTCT. So it's a ticker change. That's all. if they've done a reverse stock split as well, I don't know. Let's do. BT Digital. Okay, so blockchain company. Google is your friend, it really is. So Meeten Holdings are a company, a blockchain technology announced effective August 11th. The company changed its name from Meeten Holdings to BTC Digital. The company's new name will reflect in the NASDAQ stock market beginning of trading on August the 18th. However, they've just changed the ticker today. I'm just looking at it on Yahoo Finance. So BTCT and BTCTW for the warrants today. Company replaces the previous METX and METXW symbols. There you go. METX has changed its name. Oh, it's on the platform. It's just not coming up on Benzinga. That's all. GPCR, yeah. If you traded that, you're braver than I am, and I'm usually reckless. To be fair. The word degenerate often springs to mind with the way I trade sometimes. I don't recommend anybody trade the way I trade. Trade properly. I teach people to trade properly, but sometimes, you know, if you're a bit of a degenerate like I am, you know, you can have a bit of a gamble, and if it pays off, you look great, and if it doesn't, you look like a fool, particularly if you're doing it live, like I do. So. It would be an easy short if it was easy to borrow. Trade on one. You've got to factor that in. It's hard to borrow. So you've got locate fees. Then you've got, you know, any kind of restrictions on there as well. So, yeah, I mean, if it went up to, what, $11 BTCT today? A low of 280. And a high of $11 today. Well, I'm hoping something will drop it. Maybe some news catalyst at the top of the hour. There's not. And Fisker seems to be having a bit of a move. But other than that, there's not a lot worth. I'll put Fisker on this one here. It's kind of a drop and pop. nothing really jumping out. So Blue Apron's an acquisition. That's the top gapper today. There's no real trade or opportunity there. We've got Structure Therapeutics. It was a double whammy in terms of catalyst. We've got private placement investment plus I think it was what did I put in the, that went up to phase 1B trials, so clinical trials. It's a weight loss treatment is what it is, and you know how any successful weight loss therapies will get a lot of attention because of what it is. Everybody wants to lose weight, even people that don't need to, for whatever reason, you know. Yeah, so Fisker moving up. Structure Therapeutics sideways at the moment. Big pot, pulled back. Yesterday's big mover, Bionomics, just sideways, just underneath the closing price from yesterday. It's held. It went up to what, $8 nearly yesterday pre-market before the sell-off. It did bounce, but sold off again. So I can't see. I think there's no point getting married to a stock. I can't see Bionomics doing another run today based on the pattern. It looks like we've got the dead cat bounce there between 12 and 2 or 12 and 3. And probably will sell off. So yeah, we just see what the market gives us in half an hour, I guess. What are my thoughts on Disney? I'm getting a bit nervous with Disney. I mean, I am in long on Disney myself, Volk. But I want to see if the market turns around. I want to see Disney go with it, and if Disney goes with it, then I'll be buying more. That's my thoughts on Disney. I think Disney, this go woke or go broke business is they made some poor business choices in the last 12, 18 months. But I think they've put the new guy, which is the old guy, they've replaced the CEO again with the old successful CEO, and I think that will bring up, you know, some it will bring up some good results in the long term. Is it Chapek they replaced Iger with, or Iger they replaced Chapek? I can't off the top of my head. Yeah, I'm long on Disney. I think I'm bullish. They've got so many fingers and so many pies, so much in terms of USPs as well. I just think they're a good outside bet for a move up. Is that move to Monday? Are you sure about that trade on one? I've got it priced. It's now priced at $4. So I've got Game of Pakistan at $4. We've got Syra at $4.12. Those are two IPOs. Anal is not yet priced. And GMM probably will get pushed. Those are the four that I've got. NCL never got Northank Corp's never launched either. So yesterday we had Lead Real Estate and VS Media. VS Media pretty much sold off from the open. Once it got over 650, I thought it might go, but it just popped up and then back down again. And Lead Real Estate was an IPO from the previous day, so not a lot moving, guys. Certainly nothing with any kind of a bang. So I think GPCR Structure Therapeutics with its double catalyst. I'd take 500 shares or something like that if it goes back over $70. Depending on the spreads at the moment are 30 cents, which is not bad. So, well, ish. Yeah, 30 cents. The range is like $1.50. So it's big risk, but big reward, you know, if it pays off. It's pay per fill, Vols, but it's capped at $12 per trade. So if you are on a volatile stock and you're using limit orders and it takes multiple fills to get filled, for your order to get filled, it will be capped. So it's I think it's $2.95 per fill, and it's capped at $12. So the most it will happen is 4 fills. Any more than that, and the rest are free. Well, I'm hoping so. Otherwise, I'll look a bit foolish. So, do I think the SPY's bounced to that lower resistance? Let's look at the daily. So, I look a bit foolish after drawing this technical analysis on this deck back in March. So, I drew these channels in March here, and well, it's been true to form up till now. We look like we bounced at that bottom level there on Wednesday, and it looks like it's moving up again today. It could come back and retest and then bounce again. It might just continue to rally and go up and break highs. Who knows? But I think, barring any material fundamental catalyst, I think we should see some movements to the upside now, because we're about to enter the October earnings season. And with the October earnings season, we usually get some good outlooks. It's the final quarter of the year for a lot. So what they'll be doing is they'll be projecting either an overachievement on the year, or they'll be projecting numbers that meet their expectations, or whatever it is. There's less ambiguity in the Q4 earnings for a lot of companies. Now, where it's not Q4, it might be looks like Q3 for some other companies. Coming in towards the end of the year, it's still usually a very, very buoyant and very busy year. So October earnings, usually we get a pump in October. We got a bounce last year in October off the bottoms of the bear market. So make of that what you will. I wouldn't say recent. I think they introduced the new fee structure in January. They introduced the cap in February, much to the because they got a lot of discontent and a lot of complaining about being overcharged because of multiple fills, which, yeah, to be fair, CMEG can't do anything about that, but neither can the trader. So they introduced a cap in February. When do I consider trading with options? Options are a good. When I'm swing trading, I'll use Interactive for trading options. So if I'm swing trading, earnings season is usually when I look at trading options, and I'll swing trade with options. And occasionally, you know, if you put some more complex trading strategies in place around earnings, because the thing with options is no out of hours trading, and then you've got the earnings, which are usually out of hours. So if you're coming up to earnings, you usually buy an options play. For example, if I was going to trade, let's say Meta, the week before earnings, I would maybe buy, put a straddle on Meta at a particular level, and if I start to get some good money on it, depending on which way it goes, if I think it's going to go higher on earnings, but then it starts to sink before it actually gets there, the puts will cover that with a straddle, and if I manage to cover the cost of the calls, I will then cash in the cost of the calls. So it's then a free call. You know, I'm basically going long on Meta for free. And that's a good way to trade options. So you cover the one cost with you cover your calls with your puts and vice versa. So that way, when the earnings do come around, if it dips, the most you're going to lose is the value of the contract. If it rallies, you can make thousands. Trade zero, good for scalping. It depends. If you're using market orders, the problem with trade zero is the spreads are a lot wider and the fills are a lot slower. So it's not a direct market access platform. So the fact that it's zero commissions, if you're using market orders at zero commissions, so yes, you can get away with scalping with it, but you usually have to look at using market orders during the open market. You can't do that pre and post market, out of regular hours trading sessions. Hey Matty. Hey, Philippines is lovely. It's been a beautiful day today. Didn't go out. We're going to spend the day by the pool, and I just won't be bothered to spend the day in the house. We're out tomorrow. We're going to the zoo tomorrow, taking the little one to the zoo. I'm not sure if the zoo's open, but if it is, we'll go to the zoo, and if not, we'll head to the beach. Spend the day at the beach. I don't tend to, Ed. No. If I'm trading options, I usually keep them within I usually keep them short time frame. Like I say, I tend to swing with options, but I don't tend to leaks, because leaks tend to be more longer time frame options. So rather than I find that hard to believe there, Alan, but. If it is, it is. I don't trade with Trade Zero, so I don't know what the latest is with them. There you go. So I'm being informed that on Trade Zero, market orders are there's commissions on all market orders, on marketable orders, actually, not market orders, marketable orders. So if it's non-marketable limit orders that are commission free. So this is the thing with scalping. With scalping, you tend to look for quick wins. You trade fast and you trade frequent. So you've got to be careful when you're racking up commissions with scalping. You need a good scalping platform. You need fast execution and you need tight spreads. So yeah, I mean, it's up to you. If you enjoy the platform, if you like trading with Trade Zero and you enjoy the platform, and you've got a way to work it, by all means, scalp with it. But just be wary that if you're scalping, scalping's usually a strategy better to work with zero commission brokers. You tend to have a lot more transactions, a lot more orders go through, and because you're looking at, like, 3, 5 cents, 10 cents is probably a big win when you're scalping. So you're looking at quick wins, quick in, quick out. As the momentum, you get a quick breakout, you're getting quick. As soon as you get a profit, you're scalping. But very often, if you're using a commission-based broker, it doesn't work out very profitable because you end up eating into that from a net perspective with commissions and fees and charges. No issues at all there, Vol. You can bring your setup's interchangeable. So you've got the config files. You just load the config files, and it doesn't matter whether it's interactive, PDA, speed trader. They use the same config file. It's a different iteration of the software. So CMEGS, it's not actually called. They don't call it Dash Trader Pro. They call it Trader Elite Pro, but it's Dash Trader. But the config files, you just import them from your Dash Trader, from your interactive folder into your CMEG folder. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody cockroach. Not having that. That's the tropics for you, unfortunately. Big, really big one as well, about that big. I'll clean that up later. I just happened to, before I come into this room to start my day's trading, I go around with the bug spray because I don't want to get bitten by mosquitoes whilst I'm trading. And I'm wearing shorts and things, so as you do in this heat. And I just saw that out of the corner of my eye, a big cockroach. I'm like, oh bloody hell! So he's just got the bug spray. He's doing the dying fly now, so I'll get rid of him later. Good morning to you. Morning, Art Market. Any ideas on the TQQQ? Well, it's 3x the Qs in terms of moving up. So the NASDAQ 100 is moving up, and that's why the TQQQ is moving up as well. So the markets are having a good day today. It looks like they bounced at the bottom of that upwards channel, the upwards support, and the markets are buoyant today. Not seeing anything moving yet, guys. The SME was yesterday's IPO. It looks like it's trying to go green on the day. Probably not going to trade that based on volume alone. Bionomics, likewise, big mover yesterday, both up and down. Big mover pre-market, up to almost $8, and then sold off pretty much all day. It's different depending on how much do I pay per 1,000 shares. It depends on how many fills. So if I buy 1,000 shares, like I say, it depends. The ECN fees are the same. All the fees and charges are the same bar the commissions, but it depends on the fill rate. And if I buy 1,000 shares in one order or multiple orders, so if I bought like 500, it's going to cost me more. If I buy 1,000 shares buy and sell 1,000 shares in blocks of 1,000, it's going to cost me less. Am I not trading today? Yeah, I'll be trading as soon as there's something worth trading. There's nothing worth trading just yet. Waiting on targets, absolutely. Last day of the month. There'll be a lot of options expiring today. Yeah, you can, but with cockroaches, I don't get many roaches here, but occasionally they'll fly in. So if they're flying, they might get through the windows, because the windows are not the best quality, I've got to be honest. It's not like, you know, the quality of windows they've got. Yeah, now he's got good earnings today. They're beautiful. So Miyako's had a bath today. I gave her a shower. Change the food. So when we got here, we obviously had to source some local food, and it had this powder on it. So when she was drinking, being a chow chow, she drools a lot when she's drinking. And then she'd go and eat, and it had this powder, so she's getting all this stinky food, yuck stuff all down her chin. I've sourced some new food. I've slowly migrated across there, and this week's the first time that she's actually been on that new food alone, because I've kind of, it took about 2 weeks to migrate her across. So straight away, she was starting to stink. Her breath smelled, and this part of her chest was always stinking and matted. So I've bathed her today, and hopefully the stink will be gone permanently now. I'll brush her teeth later, actually. Well, we've got 12.5 minutes before the market opens, and right now it's exactly that. We're waiting for the market to open. BTC Digital looking to pop up. Looking at this on the 5 minute, there's a definite wedge formation there. Over $7, this might move again. We'll see. Morning by the dip. Morning, Kim. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, well, every third month you can get a triple, which is once a quarter. So in this month it was last Friday. I think it was last Friday, wasn't it? Last Friday, it might have been Friday before. No, it was the 16th because no, I was right. It's it was the 15th, so it was 2 weeks ago. Triple witching because we had 5 weeks in September, 5 Fridays in September this year. No trades yet, Calm. No, it's just a name change on BTCT. But hey, look, sometimes I mean, I've seen a name change make all the difference. Not a lot else moving though. That's the problem. Actually, we're getting yesterday's IPO breaking out here. Over four, it went up to 424. So reasonable volume, increasing volume. High day 424, so it's a $0.25. Just be careful of that. But it is the fine. It might not be triple wicking or anything like that. But a lot of end of month and people have contract expirations end of month. So the last trading day of the quarter, last trading day of the month, last trading day of the week. So there's a lot of confluence in terms of what's the spreads on this? 5 cents ish, 5 to 10 cents. Don't like that 20-cent spread. Let's get rid of some of that. But when I meant get rid of the spread, I didn't mean bring the ask down. Hey, Google is your friend. $66, come on the bid. What we're looking for. Oh, that'll do. I didn't push the button. So lock some of that in. At 470. New IPO. Why is this moving? It was an IPO yesterday. Why not? Can we get over $5? That's the question. Still got 1,000 shares in there. Just for a bit of a discount. It breaks 5. No, not quite art market. It's the third week of the last month of a quarter. Third Friday of the last month of the quarter. So not the third week of the quarter. Right to hold 5. We'll pull back. Like it to hold 5. spreads are what's fluctuating at the moment in terms of price action. And we get the $0.25. There's 23 on the ask. 28. I have day now. To lock in half. $5 my exit, my stop. Nice win, Robin. That's what happens when you put your limit orders in and they don't get filled. It goes without you. It's okay. Might be. I'm glad it went without me. Happy days. Nice. Take that. Oh, well, apparently all day, Thinkorswim is the best platform on the planet. It's a shame that Europeans can't trade with it. Go figure. According to somebody here earlier this week. I'll take that. A nice 2K trade. Happy days. Got 15 cents on it. I got $1. Managed to get $1, almost $1.50, $1.40 on it. 5.92 in the top exit. First entry 4.56. So if I'd gone in bigger, a little bit bigger, I'm kind of I probably could have made goal on that if I'd gone in a bit bigger. No, I don't agree with it either. All day. You can trade pre-market in TOS. I'm pretty sure you can, but you just have to enable it. It's the time in force settings that you have to enable. I think by default it comes in with pre-market blurred out, but if you enable it in the time in force setting, it should allow you to trade. And I don't know if it allows you to trade the full pre-market session, but I'm pretty sure it allows you to trade at least an hour. Where am I on for the year? Well, gross profit. Well, yesterday I basically got 3K extra yesterday more than I did in the whole of last year. So I'm 3 months ahead of last year. So it looks like I'm on target for the year. I'll change the scanner over whilst I'm here. I'll cover that up later, Kim. We'll go through the analytics and everything else a bit later when we're finished. Visca moving up. Let's see what the market gives us. Yeah, I thought it was I think it was 7 to 7:30. So a couple of hours. 7. Yeah, that makes sense. Stone Cold makes perfect sense. 5:32, the halt level. I don't want to get into a halt with it. I'll let it halt and then I'll look for an entry after the restart if it continues to be bullish. This is VS Media Holdings, yesterday's IPO. How much did I lose on this yesterday? I think I've just made it back. Not quite. I lost 3K on it yesterday. So I've just made most of that back. Swings and roundabouts, as they say. I mean, MSS is over the $2. Just broke that pre-market high, so some big swings here. Yeah, well, that means it's probably when it's like that, Volt. It usually means when the halt price is all over the place. It usually means it's a bit volatile. The imbalance is not yet defined, so it usually means a longer halt is necessary. Nice one, Dennis. Good to see, buddy. Well done. Range on this 9, so increase in volume. I might get in on that spamming. $16. Look at 9.5 range. Yeah, it's not breaking out. I thought it might break out a bit quicker, but look, if it breaks out, it breaks out. It's going without me because I'm not really interested. GCT, GigaCloud. This is up, moved up quite a bit right now. There wasn't any gap and goes other than Femi, and I mean. Up and go, I'm not sure about that. It's struggling up there at 210, 220, just about to break a new high, I guess. 18 on the ask, 17 on the ask. I'm at 21 and change. It looks like it. Back up to 17 on the ask there. 5 away from profit. There's 19. There's 20. 19, 20. Two, or 25. Let's see, 22. 21 again. Back under 20. Can we get a new high of day? Currently 227. Will be nice. End up with a scratch trade as it pulled back. There you go. That's Bionomics. Over $4 I might be interested right now, probably not. Okay, so Anal's been priced. So we've got 3 IPOs to watch for. Got GPAC, which is GamerPack, Anal, and SYRA. So three IPOs to watch for that have been priced already today. So let's see. So rejected at the pre-market high, alt to the downside. That's VS Media. So that's going to be a volatile one, it looks like today. I think Femi's probably... Hang on a minute, let's have a look at EBIX. Yeah, I'm watching Bionomics. It's it's just under the $0.50, 350. It's not got the kind of legs that it had yesterday pre-market, but we'll see. Is it going to break the $0.50? Just broke the pre-market highs. You've got double top there on the 1 and the 5 minute. But 1, 2, and 5 minutes. So double top there at the moment on 3 different time frames. So I want to see it break a new high and get rid of that. There's your triple top. Now it looks like an ascending wedge into a flat top, which could signal a strong breakout. Halt level 376. So we've got a long way to go before we get to the halt level. 10 cents down at the minute on the ask. 15 cents down or whatever. 18 cents down. Bionomics pullback kind of got rejected at that $0.50 area. It's now testing the VWAP. Man, get a bounce on the VWAP. Let's see. The SME was halted. Is that resumed yet? When does that resume? Well, it should have resumed already, but 10-minute halt, I guess. The downside, 481, so that's a big drop. No, that's not. I wouldn't say that's a cup and handle on VSMA. It's that's more. I would say more devil horns. If you look at it on the higher time frame, especially, you've got definite devil horns on the 2 and 5 minute. So it's a double top. I wouldn't say anything about a cup and handle. No, that's a double top. It's looking weak, and it's gapping down to kind of this level here for. Gapping down to the 20 EMA. Probably will continue selling for a little bit. But IPOs, you never know. They might bounce straight away. It's at 488 now, so it's actually coming up slightly. It might end up restarting level. Let's have a look at GCT. Yeah, I can't. Try this. Missed it. Nice little pop. Break of highs. 820 would have been a good entry. 10 cents. Walgreens. Strong company. Fermi going up to test. Same area. Walgreens, I like Walgreens. $0.50 move in the last 5 minutes. Breaks the $0.50. I will get it. Nice one, Vols. Nice one. Good to see. Walgreens, I sort of catch a bit of a scalp there on the momentum, but you know what? It doesn't go for you, it doesn't go for you, and that's okay. It's not a lot of good movement right now. GCT seems to be the one that's moving, if anything. Fisker, right, trying again. GCT's moving up nice, actually. Gigabyte technology. Spreads are wide. Be careful with that. I've got 100 shares on that. Partial fill. I'd like to see this retest the highs, maybe. My buy is 8.49 and change. Ask is for 8.49. So one of the spreads that's losing at the minute. That's good stuff. Buy the dip. 5 out of 5. No, I cancelled the partial order and went with a market order, Ryan. It didn't fill the rest. I went with the market order slightly higher, over 10 cents higher. Yeah, it's not great. Caught between the spreads again. I think if this goes, I think if this gets me profitable, I'll probably just take a small win on it. At this stage, it's not got the legs that I want to see. A strong trade. Femi's doing well, up at 250. I'll take a small win. This still looks like it's setting up for a double top. Fami's looking a bit stretched. Up there, 250s. No, I agree with that. It's looking a bit weak at the moment. It looks a bit stretched. So a pull back, 225, maybe move back up. We'll see. Yeah, and Bionomics. I lost. I was up with on VSME 2K. I lost it on down 2K on Bionomics. Down on Walgreens, up on GCT. So at the moment, it swings and roundabouts at the moment. Oh no. $11. It rejected $11 there at the close yesterday. Spreads, just beware of the spreads. So like 15 cents. At the moment, they're 25 cents. So anywhere between 15 and 25 cents. So let's say an average of 20 cents on the spreads. 40% on the range, so there's 60% risk on actually if you're thinking of trading it. I think we might be waiting for the IPOs today for a bit of volatility, unless something turns around. Axler, how? Not got the volume. If it maintained this kind of level of volume on this one spike, this spike here had a good, got 62,000 shares on this volume candle. If it maintained that kind of level of volume, then yeah, not over 20,000. I really want to be seeing 20,000 shares a minute. Is what I want to be seeing. There's no problem with liquidity on Femi, that's for sure. Nice, lovely flag breakout on that. Look at that. It's almost textbook. When did it broke out? Look at that. That's almost textbook. In there, candle makes a breakout. There's a bit of a pullback, but then it takes off. Nice. What are you after? Well, let's get that like count up, guys. Smash the thumbs up button. Less than half of you have. So you know the drill. If we get to 50 likes, I can feed the I'll feed some chicken to the super flu. Looks like quite a substantial gap up at the moment, 560. So we're looking at a gap up to here. So if it breaks $6, now I'm interested. VSME. $6 is 560. I want to see it over $6. If it resumes at 561. And that halted down with a level resumption, and then it's just moving back up. But this one looks like a bit of a gap up, so we'll see. See if we can get 5 cents on it. Small green trade. Base hits I'm looking for now. So I've got them back to green on Tuesday. Was concentrated on the base hits. 245. Yeah, that's why I don't want to. I don't want to wait till the $0.50. I want to take some profits at 245 on the bid if I can get there. Yeah, well, you're not the only one, Dennis, but a lot of people are not hitting that thumbs up button. A lot of people are not smashing the like button. 5 cents down, I want to do 5 cents up. It's licking my feet, distracting me. Yeah, you need volume and volatility though all day, as you know. Volatility is nice, and you need the volume basically. I'm really low and I'll get out. Not to my liking. Let's go back to VSME. What's the resumption? When's that due? So that's due to, oh, it's a 10-minute halt. So 5:45 is now the resumption on VS Media. Or Fifi. So we're getting a nice day on the markets as it happens. So Tesla's up, Nvidia's up, all the mega caps are looking strong. The S&P 500 is looking strong. A little way off the pre-market high, but it's nice to see a green day. It's not a green daily candle yet. It's a red daily candle at the moment. But that being said, it gapped up quite substantially. So yeah, but it's still a decent look at this. Potential breakout there. It is narrowing wedge. Flag pattern. Just not got the patience for it myself. And it being like 240, I'm really wanting to go bigger size to get smaller wins on it, you know. Does the dollar more the market? I'm not sure what you're talking about there, Cam. Maybe you've put a one word in there wrong, or you know. It's sideways since we got out. We traded this on the way up, but it's sideways. It's not looking overly strong. Let's go back to so this should resume in 2 minutes. Now we're looking at 5:30 resumption. So it's slowly coming back closer to the halt level. You're in 5,000 shares on what, the beers? Are you in there on 5,000 shares on Monkey Green, or are you in there 5,000 shares on Bionomics. What is it you're in 5,000 shares on? I don't know. Yeah, there's a double top on Fisker, so I can't call that out earlier. Looking weak. Femi looking like it's trying to break out, but I'm not ready to trade that. I'll go back to this one, see where we resume. One of the few profitable trades we've had today. Currently 3-2, 60-40 against me at the moment. So this should resume in about 10 seconds-ish, give or take. Nice. That was green again. $6. I want to see over $6. We've been rejected twice at $6 today. So that's why I took some profit off it at $6, not just because of the halt. I don't give stock picks or signals there. Walk with me. Read the scrolling ticker at the bottom. I'm not giving you a target or any financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I could actually get penalized if I was doing that. Okay, we'll come back at 10:15. Well, 10:13. Have a look at curve. Yeah, it breaks over $2, but there's no volume. There's not enough volume on that. I was thinking maybe it gets over $2. So, Fermi. I broke out of this this downwards resistance, but it's just sideways right now, so let's get rid of that. It's just sideways right now. Let's see what we get. It needs to break 250 for me, really. Think about it, 245, but it's a big seller at 250. There's some, it's quite thickly traded, Femi. It always is. So you're really just trying to get scalp with it. 10 cents maximum. Let's have a look at coffee Fifi. Like the drink, just not spelt the same. Yeah, it's got some big swings. The spreads are $1. This is a SPAC company, so it's a blank check company. The spreads are $1, and the range is like 250, but the volume is like not there. So yeah, I understand what you're saying about it, but there's no viable there's no viable trade there. It does have volatility and it's moving up, but there's just no viable trade there, no safe trade there at least. Yeah, it depends where you're drawing your lines from. I mean, if you didn't throw it down this way, so it's coming to that level. It needs to break out or break down one way or the other. But depending on, I say, how you're drawing your lines, it's a narrowing wedge, and it needs to break up or down. And it looks like if we get some increase in volume, over 500,000 in volume, it probably will do. Breakout or breakdown, absolutely, Robin. Come on. You've got 20 odd people of you, what, 20 people have not hit the thumbs up button. 20 of you, at least 20 of you have not hit the thumbs up button. So if you've not hit the thumbs up button, go and do that now. There's not a lot moving, so go and do that now. You know you want to. We're looking at a 550 resumption here, so this is going to be a significant gap down to here at 550. So 550 resumption in about 15 seconds. Let's see. Assuming it's a 5-minute halt and not a 10. Given it had a couple of attempts at the halt, I would imagine. There you go. There's the 5-minute halt. Big gap down, but not to the level I expected it to. So it needs to get over $6 now. It needs a new high of day. It's there you go. Now you want the retest of 6. Yeah, the false halt. Halt level 532 now. It's got some volatility on it. I'll give it that much. 44 cents on the ATR. On holdings, let's have a look at on holdings. I'll come back to VSME in a moment. Not really. It's sideways. It popped up at the open, but it's been sideways after that first 10 minutes. Not really doing a lot. It's like a 30-40 cent range. It's been trading in for the last hour, or last half an hour at least. So yeah, I'm not, and the volume's dying out as well. So I mean, keep an eye on it if you want to, but I don't think there's going to be much opportunity in on holdings myself. Or I'll probably watch for these IPOs as they launch. VFS moving up. Moving up nicely, strong on a 5-minute. VinFast Auto. This was an IPO back in August, I think it was. Spread's 10 cents. Currently 7% up on the day, but it's top of the momentum charts. Good entry would have been like 320, but now I'm looking for new highs, I guess. It's top of the momentum charts, but I'm not. There we go. Well, coming back to retest $6 here on PS Media. I'm all the way down to the VWAP, bit of a bounce on the VWAP. Now we're looking at, and it tests that pre-market high. It's been rejected twice. I mean, it did throw a wick up there, but that's pretty much what it was. It threw a wick up there, so you couldn't caught that. It's a good 35-cent move. We'll see if it retests what it looks like, because this is very strong pattern from a technical point of view. I mean, we've got one shoulder here, we've got a head there, and then another shoulder here. So this is a very strong pattern and a very clear breakout level at $6. Invert head and shoulders is what it's called. And typically these would break upwards about 80%, over 80% of the time. So they're a very strong, reliable pattern. I'm not saying that 100%, no pattern is 100%, but as a bullish pattern, this moves up to test $6 again and breaks out. You should get what, another $1 at least, probably $2. Yeah, it's not holding the VWAP, Femi. Need more volume on this one to complete this head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. Still watching for these IPOs to launch. Spreads on this one there, it's still 10 cents ish. Comes back to the VWAP, I might look for a cheeky VWAP buy and move back up before it hits the $6. It's pulled back and created a bit of a flat bottom, which now, if you just take this in isolation, last 5 minutes, that's what, 2, 3, 5, 6, last 10 minutes, You've got a descending wedge into a flat bottom, yeah, which typically will break downwards. But even if it comes back and breaks down towards 480, then curls back up, you've still got that head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. $567 on that candle. It's a 2-minute chart. $5.99 is a halt level again, so if it does go up there right now, it's going to get halted. So maybe a pullback to 5 before retesting 6. Not a lot else moving right now, guys. Well, not over $2. So far, it's a small green day. Third up acquisition. No volume. Oh dear. S&P 500 is now pulling down with some rate of knots as well. Something just happened on the anybody know why the SPY's pulling back and selling off? Let me have a quick look on the news as it's dropping. White House Office of Management and Budget said Biden would veto House spending bill on border security. I can see that. Yeah, nothing in the news I can see that's affecting that. So Femin looks like it bounced on the VWAP. It looks like it's trying to test the $250 again now. These sellers at the $50 on this. We're getting increasing volume slightly. Almost 50,000 shares on that last candle. Volume. Not breaking out, but we might break out. Only takes one stock, only takes one move. As you can see, I've only one stock is the bright story of my trading day today. Micro algo hitting the scanners. Yeah, can't do that volume though. Top shipping. My goodness. What on earth's going on with top shipping? Yet another reverse stock split. Top shipping. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this has got to be one of the single worst stocks to trade ever. They've probably had, they've always got an S3 registered, and they've probably had more reverse stock splits and subsequent, or reverse stock splits and subsequent secondary offerings. That's how they make the money. They don't make any money in their regular business. It's a horrible company. But yeah, it's gone from like 50 cents again. So what's the reverse stock split this time? Tops. Come on, Benzinger. Tops ships. 12 to 1 reverse stock split. There you go. That to undertake. Yeah, so that was yesterday for today. So that's happened this first thing this morning. Well, let me just have a look at the SEC filings here. I just want to see, do they have another active shelf registration? They probably do, because that's what they do all the time. The strategy for top shipping is that they'll go down to about literal pennies, 50 cents or whatever. They'll do a reverse stock split, in this case 12 to 1, and then once they get to like $3, $4, $5, $6, whatever, with some inflated kind of fugazi news, they'll hit the market with an offering. And if you look at this on the daily, you'll see what I'm talking about in terms of up and down. It's a terrible company. It's losing money hand over fist all the time. There's nothing but lose money. Top shipping. So let's have a look at the IPOs for today. Still no movement on. So we're at 412. Still not gone live yet. We've got Game Pakistan still at $4 and Anal still at $23. So none of them have gone live yet, but we'll keep an eye on that. So we dipped to $5. Are we getting a whole dollar bounce here on VSME? When it's 5-minute inverse head and shoulders is still fairly possible. It needs to break out over 550 though. Well, yeah, you're probably not wrong there, Robin. No worries, Ed. 5% a day. That's a small account way. Yeah, dries is another one. Dry shipping. Some SPY trying to make its way back up to the VWAP. Femi, it's at the just up. It's over the $0.25 now. Just funny. We get to the apex of this wedge. It breaks down. Narrowing triangle, narrowing wedge. It breaks down, and then find that the same lines that were making that wedge are now acting as resistance. So. Look, if I'm having a green day to end the week, end the month, I'm okay with that. Let me just have a quick look. Oh, there's nothing moving. Where am I on the month? Let's have a quick look. In your own time, trade of you. So for September, 97, 96,855. Not a bad month. Not a bad month at all. It's not quite at goal, but I came into September way ahead of goal, so I'm still way ahead of goal on the year. I've made 2023 is already better than 2022 as of yesterday. Yeah, keep your reds small and let your greens run. Not a lot moving, guys. Stick around for a little while longer, and then we'll knock it on the head if nothing's moving. I might stick around for the in the Discord for the IPOs. Side spark, no volume, can't trade it. Emmy's just top of the momentum charts, trying to get back up over this level. What did I get? I lost 850 on Femi, didn't I? 236. $5 on the range, so anybody else? How are you getting on? Let me know how you are doing today. Is your day a good trading day? How are you doing this week? If you read this week, if you read today, how does that affect your week? Are you still green on the week? And if you read on the week, is that a bad end to a good month, or is it just a prolonging of? Are you still slowly bleeding out over the whole month? Let me know because it's the last trading day of the month. Let me know how you currently stand. Red on the day, red on the week, red on the month, red on the day, green on the week, green on the month. Let me know how it works out for you. And I always say, if you're having a bit of a bad moment, zoom out and look at the bigger picture. You can't grumble at that. They're vols, red on the day, green on the week. That's not bad. Are you the same, Alistair? Red day, green week. 2-week green streak. Nice stuff by the day. Have you had any red days in that? But or is it a literal 10-day green streak? The max I could make this style of trading, Stone Cold. I think I'm pushing myself pretty well with the 7-figure targets. If you're trying to go more than that, it depends on the market. A bull market, if we go back to like 2020 bull market and give me a year at that, now that I know what I'm doing, I could probably make 3-4 mils. But right now, markets like we've had this last 12, 18 months, I would say I'm pushing it. I'm pretty. I would say I'm happy with how I'm doing it. I've had some big losses, but I've also had some really big wins. Nice one, Dennis. No red days by the dip. That's a fact. That's very good. Two. So that's a 10-day green streak. My longest this in the last. Well, my longest green streak. I think is actually this year's 4. I'll have to double check. My longest green streak this year, I think, is 14 days. I think that might be for two years straight now. Is 14 days is my longest green streak. When I was trading a lot smaller, I think I had a 26-day green streak, but I was trading a lot smaller, so I was happy just to get to goal and get out. Get green and get out even. Well, slightly green is green, Alistair. How you getting on for the month? Are you still still green on the month? It's been a good month. It's been a couple. You started September really well, so you know you should don't give it. I don't give a flying monkeys what gold's going to do, Doctor. Are you losing right now? That's unfortunate, Jane. Yeah, absolutely. As soon as you start getting cocky, as soon as you think you've got the market figured out and you've got an edge on the market, that's when it humbles you. That's when it turns around and decides, okay, I'm going to do something a little bit out of kilter here that you're not expecting, and I'm going to humble you. And that's when you usually have your biggest losses. When you're coming off a green streak, it could be 5 days, it could be 10 days. That's when you've got to be at your most vigilant, because that's usually when you end up getting a little bit overconfident and you end up hitting your biggest losses because you get overconfident and you think you can trade your way out of situations that you shouldn't if you're even attempting to. So just if you're on, like yourself by the dip, you're on a good streak, just start being more cautious now and making sure you don't deviate from the strategy that's giving you an edge for that 10-day green streak. Yeah, this is struggling to get over the VWAP now. Volume's just completely dried up. Do I think it's going to raise? Do I think what's going to raise, Jane? What is it you're trading? Probably, I don't know who Prolly is. And they said buy. Well, that's what you get for following anybody's signals. Learn how to make your own decisions first and foremost. But I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about the market in general, the NASDAQ, the SPX, or what are we talking about? Dust allergies, or have you been having the tempura? Green on the week, good, Robin. Well done. Yeah, so I saw that in the Discord, Ed. But once that had popped, there was not nothing. No trade to be had on Blue Apron once it had popped after the acquisition news. Oh, Femi actually did break out. Look at that! It was a nice little bull flag there with 235. Could have got 10 cents on that easy. Yeah, no, not for me. Keep taking a look at it because it's making successive highs, but it's doing it on low volume, so I can't trade that. Let's put these. IPO, today's IPOs, GPAC and no. And that way I can see once they start live, once they go live, I can see them. Yeah, it's coming back. It's family. But I wouldn't chase it now. High days 254, so it's a bit extended now. So I'd wait for a decent entry. I don't know what you're on. Are you on? I don't know what you're on, Jane. Are you on options? Are you on the SPY? I mean, what is it you're trading? I don't know. I can't offer an opinion. Oh, that was a nice breakout. I missed it. Entry there, 250. Just thought I'd chase the momentum. Not a good strategy. Chasing momentum. Really want to wait for pullback, but based on this movement, might just this is a micro pullback, I guess. Double down, add a bit more. A break of $3/4 dollar. Let's see. This will probably drop to 260 before it reattempts the $3/4 dollar. So it breaks a new high. Oh, I'm between the spreads right now. Can we get 275 on the ask? A lot. Trying to sell at 272. A lot of sellers at 272. Well, and I'm watching the level 2 here in terms of, it's fairly well traded. There's a big buyer at 65. There's quite a lot of sellers at 72. So let's see. Massive buyer there at 64. High of day 72. That's where we've had the big seller there. And there we go. Finally broke above 72. Oh. You want to buy this high. Yeah, 170,000. Yeah, I saw that one. That 254, I think it was. The thing is, though, it's like 10,000 shares. It's 27 grand total. So say that dismissive, and I do apologise. I know it's a lot of money for a lot of people, but in the grand scheme of things, it isn't. There's big orders up there at 72 again. Thickly traded selling at 72, 272 again. There we go. Green on Femi. That's what I wanted. Just from a statistical point of view, that balances the accuracy in my favour on the day. Break even. I'll get out. There we go. Don't give it all back. Well, I've got green on Fermi, so I was about 875 or whatever it was down on Fermi, so I've made that back plus 75. So it's almost a grand in that movement there. That flush there was it was just too fast not to get bought back up. Now the problem is it's reaching the top and getting extended again, so you've got this M pattern forming. I was comfortable buying the dip there for the move back up, but I'm not sure it's going to get much higher than where it is right now. So you've got the M pattern forming and a potential double top, and then the move back down again. So let's see what else is moving, because I'm not comfortable trying to trade this up here anymore. SNDX. Yeah. Nobody trading. Syndax Pharma. Oh, look, it's a 1700 day. It's better than what was I down at one stage? 800 or something like that. 500 something. I don't know. I don't know about calling it a day, MK. I don't think I'm going to take any more risky trades, because that was a risky trade, but it was taking advantage of the momentum, and very small range, low price stock, so I could buy a lot more shares of it anyway, but very small range, so you can't really go in expecting to make 10-15 cents on the move when the average range was, I think, about 7 cents or whatever. So you taking 5 cent scalps was the idea with larger size. It's a thickly traded stock, so the liquidity is not a problem when you're taking larger size. And I say larger size, 10,000-15,000 shares is larger than what I normally trade. It's like 2,500-5,000 is kind of normal. I'll go up to 10,000 occasionally. Beyond that is rare. Well, Cal, like I said, I'm closing the month green, I'm closing the week green, I'm green on the day. I'm just waiting for these IPOs. I want to see if there's any decent price action on any of these IPOs when they. So that's why those 3 charts at the bottom there. That's why I've launched them so I can see them launch. If any of them go live in the next few minutes, we're finally going to get a test of 280. I'm not convinced that it's getting very close to $3. I'm not convinced that it will hold up there. It's the top mover over $2 today. Top mover based on yesterday's price. You can't include Blue Apron in that because that's an acquisition. So other than Blue Apron, I mean, Femi's up what? Currently 84% on the day. Trade up, low volume. Afifi, CF acquisition, low volume. Ocean Pal, another shipping group, low volume. Edit, only 14% up, so that's not quite where I want to see it. Trade it. GPCR, just dangerous. So yeah, I mean, it's a green day, and any good day, green day is a good day. So finishing off a very good week of nice trading week actually. It's been some really good momentum this week, and I'm hoping it's the start of a nice bullish run across the board in terms of volatility on the stock, but also on the stock market in general, just from a long-term holding perspective. I don't mind buying the dip, but I'm 50 next year, so I'd like to be able to say, okay, well, do I retire early, or do I continue doing what I'm doing? And even if I retire early, I can still carry on doing what I'm doing. Has that been moved? GPAC. All right. Okay. It's up on the exchanges as $4. So they might. Okay. So now looks like Enel's gonna go live 1852. Was the launch price. I've got 23 as the last price, so 1855. Looks like Enel's going to be the first one to go live. Although saying that, Syra might beat it. So it looks like GPAC has been. I'm being informed that GPAC has been moved to Monday, which doesn't surprise me because it was pushed out a couple of times already. Same with GMM, that's been pushed out a couple of times. What usually happens when a company is getting listed on the stock market, they've got to jump through a whole bunch of hoops in terms of legal compliance before they can actually get listed. And they're given certain length of time, and then they get inspected, and then they get the green light to go, and then they get a double check, and there's all kinds of different things that they have to go through. And if they're not compliant, then on the day of launch, if it's something minor, they'll be given the ability to fix it before it goes live, or they may have to fix it within a certain time period and still allowed to go live with the IPO. But very often, if it's very few of the things that they get pulled up on are minor. So if they're not compliant, it gets pushed out, and usually it gets pushed out by a week or 2 weeks, and in some cases it could be longer. For minor things, it might be like this week. Game of Pakistan was moved a couple of days, so that's what happens. So yeah, I think either Syra or ANL should go live very shortly, but they're on the watch list here, so I'll put me on that instead of Game of Pakistan, given that that's not doing anything. No, never retired. That's the problem, Cal. A bullish October would be fantastic. Oh, it is. Mind you, I'm doing more than just I'm doing more than just the trading. I mean, yeah, the majority of my income comes from trading, but you know, I do consulting. I've got multiple business on the back of the trading, including the school, the channels, the merch store. I've got a couple of different merch stores actually online, but only one related to my trading. So well, I hope it breaks $3 for you, Ed. I'm not okay, Forex is not for beginners first and foremost, and it's not for anyone with a small account. If you're a Forex trader and you expect to make money with a small account, I've got bad news for you. It's not going to happen. You might get lucky a couple of times, but you will lose more than you make. It's that simple. Forex is a mug's game. To make any decent money with Forex, you have to have a 7-figure account. And that's what they don't tell you. You get all these people glorifying Forex. I'm a $1 million trader. Yeah, but you made $1 million because you've got multiple $1 million to make it. On Forex, you can't make $1 million starting with $5,000. You can't make $1 million starting with $100. It's not going to happen. And you see them all on TikTok and on YouTube and Facebook, and all these scam artists is essentially what they are. And they say, join my trading room, join my chat room, and I'll give you the signals. You put the money on the pair, or you pay for the signals. You buy this pair, and it'll go up. And then what happens? You lose your money. Maybe I should open one of these Telegram channels and sell signals and stuff. I could probably earn a fortune doing that. But it's a mug's game. The reason people can make money at Forex is because they've got a big account. Small account, you're not going to make money. Simple as that. It's not volatile enough. To make reasonable amounts of money with a small account, you need high volatility, and Forex is not a high volatility instrument. To get profitable on any of the moves, you have to take substantial leverage, which is why brokers that allow you to trade Forex with them are prepared to give you like a 200 leverage. And they will liquidate your position as soon as it gets close. They'll have a buffer and they'll liquidate your position as soon as it gets close to your account. And more often than not, you're going to get liquidated. Forex is a mug's game, and anybody that says any different, that's not got a seven-figure account, is probably trying to scam you out of something. Yeah, Tom, it's been decent this week. I've got to say. I mean, we had a small day on Monday, so it wasn't a big day on Monday, but we had a massive day on Tuesday, small red day on Wednesday, and a decent day yesterday. Small day today, but overall, nice strong green week. Blot on the landscape was Wednesday, with 3,000 loss, but other than that, gotta say, decent week, decent end to the month. And if I look at where I'm actually at on the month, well, let's do that, shall we? Let's do exactly that. Give me a second, I'll switch across to my laptop so you guys can see this. Where's my... Let's have a recap of where we're actually up to. So those of you who don't know, this is my Benzinga. So this is my setup that I'm looking at every single day. I've got my gap scanner here. I've got my momentum, my surging scanner here, and then my momentum scanner here. So this is basically shows me momentum in real time. Up or down, and it's based on the last 15 minutes. This is surging scanner. I've got my signals. I've got rolling news ticker here. This is what get rid of that there. But if you're not using Benzinga, get on it. It's a fantastic tool, and it's helped me get profitable. It's really useful. All of the different things, not just scan and stuff. Everything that you need is right at your fingertips. If I want to look at Femi, for example, I can just click on Femi and pull up this ticker here, and eventually it will show this kind of summary of what's going on there. I can see straight away what the session volume is versus what the 3-month average. But normally Femi would normally do just over 7 million. It's done 81, so relative, more than like 11x relative volume today, 11.5 times relative volume. It's a 13.5 million flow, negligible short interest. And then I've got White's got the chart there. If I want to actually have a look at the chart in terms of trading view, I can just expand this out, and I've got the trading view chart. This is all in Benzinga. It's a fantastic. You can actually look at this on whatever time frame that you're looking at. Go back to the overview. I can look at the news. It gives me all the news on Femesis, why it's trading up, and all this kind of stuff. I can look at the financials of the company. There's the actual balance sheet of the company, income statement, cash flow, everything. I can find out who they're actually competing against, who the peers are within the industry. So go back to the overview. If I want to see, okay, is there a shelf registration? Can I see a Form S3? And I'll look through the various. If I don't, I'll look at, okay, well, what's form? Look, that's the actual form that they filed with the SEC. Just take a look at the form, the last form that they filed with the SEC. It's a fantastic piece of kit. If you're not using Benzinga, I suggest you get on it. It's a great product, and don't, whatever you do, don't pay full price for it, by the way. It's a great piece of kit, but it is quite expensive if you're paying full price. It's like nearly $200 a month. So don't pay full price. Use my link here. So this is my link tree. You find this link tree. If you're watching on TikTok, you find this link tree in my profile. If you're watching on Rumble or YouTube or ShareVision or any of the other platforms, these links are all in the description. Go check them out. So this is the link for Benzinga. Go check it out. You get it 14 days for free. If you're not using Benzinga, or if you're using Trade ID, it's fine and you like that, don't worry about it. Try Benzinga. See if you like it better. It's cheaper. It's less expensive than Trade IDs. If you are not using Benzinga, or you're not using Trade or any other service, check it out free for 14 days. All you need is an email and you can get on it. You don't need a credit card to at least trial it. But if you do want to subscribe into it, you want the essential package, and you use DTWT35 and you get 35% off. So go check that out. I'm using Capital Markets as my broker. And if you want to learn how to trade, come join me. I'm happy to take you under my wing, provide my help with that, and educate you with the complete day trade with Tony day trading course. Here's me face, testimonials, people who completed the course. Here's the full curriculum, and go check it out. So you got monthly, quarterly, and annual subscription options on that. Work away. The other thing I would say is log your trades. If you're not logging your trades, do it now. Someone said they wanted a t-shirt about you've not got the balls of Tony the Day Trader. Get that t-shirt. Why don't you actually get a Day Trade with Tony, legitimate Day Trade with Tony t-shirt or sweatshirt? I've got an Etsy store. Get green, stay green. Just a fat guy on the internet. All the usual catchphrases: mugs, coffee mugs, sweatshirts, hoodies, dressing gowns, Jabba Bluetooth speakers, everything that you need. Go check it out. Mouth mats, vests, everything. So it's a nice little Etsy store, and you can check that out if you want to. Now going back to the so here we are, September. So I've had quite a lot of red days in September. Just not. I had that 4-day losing streak. And I've come off the back of that well. I mean, I had a red day on Wednesday, but I've come off the back of that 4-day losing streak well enough, so that now we are, after today, 1,700 on the top of this. Puts us got 98k for the month. We'll see what happens with these IPOs, but 98k for the month. That's not a bad month. It's not at goal, but it's a really good month. Trade accuracy in terms of trade selection accuracy, 2 to 1. That's not bad. That's good. I'm losing 1 in every 3. 1 in every 3 trades I take are losing trades. My risk reward, I thought it wasn't great to start off with, but I guess a couple of good days, and I've had it's really fixed my K ratio on the risk reward. There we go. We've got Arnold's just gone live, so we'll come back to that in a second. If we look at the year to date, so based on year to date, we're looking at 1.17. So we're averaging 7,300. So we're way ahead of goal. Way ahead of goal. We should be at 08. So we're a month ahead, which I've got to say is as far as I'm concerned, happy days. Okay, guys, I'll switch back over. We've got an IPO just gone live, and I'll switch back over so you can watch this. Just got an IPO go live, second minute. So always wait. Let the first 5 minutes candle form on an IPO, because you never know what the volume's going to be like, what the market reaction to the IPO is. You never know for sure, and it's always worthwhile just letting that first 5 minute candle form, and then see what direction it's going to take. It also gives you a little bit of information in terms of the price action. Is it widespread? Is it volatile? Etc. etc. So right now spreads are what, 7 cents. So that's not bad. 15, 25, 35 cents. So, like I say, from 7 cents to 35 cents in a minute, but it allows you to get a better feel for what the price action is on the chart. So let that first 5 minute candle form, and then see, is this something you want to trade? For me, it doesn't look like there's enough people trading it. It looks like it's a bit weak in terms of volume, so it's probably not something I'm going to be interested in trading. Why is the screen so blurry? Which screen are you talking about there, AO? Which screen? Is it blurry? Doesn't look blurry to me. Anybody else got a blurry screen? What platform am I on, Dennis? It's Dash Trader. Dash Trader Pro is the platform. It's a white label version of Dash Trader provided by the broker. Yeah, I want pictures, Farid. I was thinking of getting it for myself as well, that bikini. Well, AO, if it's blurry on TikTok, then go and check it out on YouTube instead. You know, or Twitch, or Rumble, or ShareVision, or any of the other platforms that I'm streaming on. I don't seem to be. Everybody else seems to be finding it okay. So now ANL is down 27% on the day. That's a big drop in 5 minutes. Getting anything on Styra? No, nothing yet. So let's keep an eye on the rest of the stuff. Let's have a quick look at anything else that may well be moving. Kofifi, microalgo. Let's have a look at microalgo. We can always come back to the IPO in a moment. No, still no increase in volume. Femi up there at $3. Retesting $3. So after we got out at 280, 270, whatever it was, 278, It did go on to make a high up there at 313. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Well, I think I'm going to knock it on the head, guys. It's Friday. I think I'm going to go and enjoy my weekend. What about you guys? I think that's a must. Okay, guys. So, look, I'll be back at it on Monday. We'll do it all again on Monday. And an hour before the market opens, so 8:30 a.m. market time, 8:30 p.m. my time. If you're anywhere else in the world, Google is your friend. I'm not a speaking clock, so go check it out, and I'll see you again on Monday. In the meantime, guys, enjoy your weekend, have fun. Not too much, you don't want to get arrested, but apart from that, take it easy. I'm signing off.